Good morning, students. In the last class I told you about components of research. Out of that we discussed only three: title, introduction and statement of the problem. So first of all, title. It should be precise, it should be clear, it should be specific, it should be catchy. That means attractive. So this is the first type, that is title you have to decide. These are all the examples. It should be very precise, that is it gives a clear meaning. It should be clear conceptual meaning. It should be very specific. It should be catchy or attractive. Okay. Next one, incorrect title. How the incorrect title is? That is a study of implementation of data mining techniques for effective crime and criminal investigation. That is wrong. The correct way is an implementation of data mining techniques for effective investigation of crime, a study of Satara and Pune districts. Simple way is financial and operation performance of mergers and acquisitions in Indian banking sector, a study. Attractive way is analysis and mergers and acquisition in Indian banking sector in post-liberalization era, an exploratory study. Or impact of mergers and acquisition on performance of Indian banks in post-liberalization era. So these are called as the attractive one. So in the last class I also told about introduction of the topic, that is introduction. It is expected to introduce chosen a research problem topic covering its origin, meaning, purpose, developments and its international, national, region level and its present status. The very idea of this component in the research proposal is to acquaint readers with the research problem. So introduction should be given, that is origin of the topic, meaning of the topic, purpose of the development of international at present status. So research proposal to acquaint the readers with the research problem. Next one is statement of the problem. Proposed statement of the problem, that is research topic, should have genuine need for investigation. Unnecessary we are conducting the survey means it is never called as a statement of problem. Here there are three examples are given. High turnover of employees of a reputed 5-star hotel affecting its revenue. An increasing trend of farmer suicide in a particular region. Declaration sales trend of well-known popular automobile company affecting its sales revenue. So these are all called as statement of the problem, should be properly decided. That is chosen. Next one is research problem. What is research problem? The term problem means a question or issue to be examined. Research problem refers to some difficulty or need which a researcher experiences in that context either of theoretical or practical situation and wants to obtain a solution for the same. So this is what we call as research problem. Either it is a political party studies or religious party studies or cultural studies, economical studies, social studies. Everything is in finance, everything is included. For example, in nowadays, due to heavy rain, we are facing the number of problems because the crops are ruined out by rain. Or due to corona, COVID-19, it was affected the number of children. So these are all called as difficulties. Need a research experience in the context of either it is a practical situation or theoretical and wants to obtain a solution for the same. So this is what we call as problem means a question or issue to be examined. So this is called as a research problem. Now, how do we know we have a research problem? So in business, we find the problem from different angles. So different dimension. For example, customer complaints. That is customer saying that your product will not satisfy our needs. So at that time, it is a duty of the company to continue to supply the goods to this customer. Otherwise, it cannot survive. It should satisfy the needs of the customers, tastes of the customers, habits of the customers. It should study. So at that time, customer complaints to be studied. What are the complaints given by the customer? The customer complaints is called as problem. You have to diagnose the problem and give the solution to the problem. That is what we call as research problem. Customer complaints about the product. Conversation with company employees. If the company employees' performance is less, they are not giving their full effect, that is efficiency. They are not putting full efficiency to their work. They have grievances. It will be comes to know that is by either their behavior or attitude or with the help of production, the quality decrease, everything. At that time we have to find that is a problem. So conversation with the company employees, then we comes to know that there is a problem in the city. Observation of inappropriate behavior or conditions in the firm. It is also another important way to know the research where there is a research problem. Inappropriate behavior or conditions in the firm, either by the top level management, middle level management, or by the employees, or by the suppliers, or by the even marketing executives, everyone. Deviation from the business plan. Suppose your plan or aim is given already, you are decided. Suppose if anything goes wrong, you are taking a deviation from the business plan. Immediately you have to find that there is a problem. You should find the solution for that problem. Otherwise, you cannot reach the predetermined goals. Success of the firm's competitors. So it is another important thing. For example, in toothpaste, nowadays we have that is Patanjali's Dantakanti is acquiring the whole market of that is what we call as toothpaste. So for that purpose, that is the remaining companies like Colgate or Close-Up or even Pepsodent, they should know. Competitor is acquiring the market. Where is our market share? Whether our share is decreasing or whether our share is constant. Whether we are go for to acquire the competitor share. At that time they have to decide. This is the problem. Success of the firm's competitors. If competitors getting success means automatically we are losing the market share. Next, relevant reading of published materials. Relevant reading of published material, trends and regulations. This is the problem. Again, here you have to make that is research. Relevant reading of published material. These are all called as secondary data. On the basis of secondary data, you can go and study or make the research. For example, nowadays due to COVID-19, earlier we are saying that don't give the mobile to our children. Nowadays, without giving the mobile to the children, we cannot get that is online classes. So here number of published materials we are finding. That is due to unawareness of using the mobile phones or internet. It affects the hormones of the students and it affects their brain, everything. So on the basis, this is a problem, burning issue. Relevant reading of published materials and trends and regulations, you have to say this is the problem. Company records and reports. Earlier company records and reports also that is we can get know the research problem. Company records and reports, that is for example in the previous years 2018, 19, 19, 20 or 17, 18. So company shows performance very well. Now the company is not performing well. That is general tendency is due to COVID-19 the company cannot get the support from the public. That is the people are spending less because their earning also becoming less. That is, they are not going for high-fi studies, or they are not going for, that is, foreign tour, or they are not conducting the marriages properly. They are not, that is, spending the money for reception, birthday. So these are all the things we have to decide. That is, on the basis of the company records and reports, we can say that is, they cannot do that. That is the company records. In the last year, we earned 20,000 crores. This year we are earned only limited income. That means this shows that the company cannot, that is, performed well. Sources of problems. By reading the problems, academic experience, daily experience, exposure to field situations, consultations, brainstorming, research, intuition. So these are all called as sources of firms. That is a problem. So here, sources of problems, that is by reading itself we can comes to know that. Academic experience, how the students' behavior is changing day by day, whether they are not putting every effect in study. Daily experience also we are getting, that is problems. Exposure to field situations, consultation with others, brainstorming or using our thinking, research, intuition, everything. So these are all called as sources of problem. Next one is, here, on the basis of this diagram you can say, see, decision maker is watching from the decision problem definition, researcher is finding, that is, decision maker is, that is, standing on the ship. Decision problem definition, the researcher is finding or driving from the ship to see the problems. That is loss of sales, decreased market share, unhappy customers, low traffic, obvious measurable symptoms, low quality of products, real business decision or business decision problems, poor image, unethical treatment of customers, marginal performance of sales force. So these are all the problems. That is, there are number of problems we can find. Decision maker is seeing outside the problem, that is from far away. Decision problem definition is done by the researcher by going through all the aspects of the firm. So here you should remember that either from the outside we cannot solve the problem, we have to check, go through or beneath of the problem and we have to find the solution, otherwise business cannot survive. Loss of sales, we can know that there is a problem in the competitors. Low traffic, that is, it is also another important. Obvious measurable symptoms like, that is symptoms which are out, that is below the, that is sea level. That is outside the sea level, that is upper hand of the sea level, that is unhappy customers, obvious measurable symptoms, decreased market share, loss of sales, low traffic. But you have to find the things which are unidentified. These unidentified problems to be studied, like marginal performance of the sales force not putting their full effort to the sales, unethical treatment of customers, we are not treating the customers properly, unethical treatment. Once our sales is over, we are not caring about our customers, we have to provide after sales services. Inappropriate delivery system, once you supply the delivery the goods, that is customer is never unsatisfied with our, that is delivery system. They should be. So customers are the real propaganda or real advertiser of the product. If they say our product, that is a company supplies the goods in proper way, means that is what we call as advertisement. Low quality products, here it is also outsidely we cannot know. That is, we have to find that is, we have to conduct the research to know the quality of our product. Real business or decision problem, where we are failed in making the decision. So this is what we called as business decision. So poor image of the company. Poor image of the company also another important aspect we have to decide in the organization. See, poor image means goodwill. If the company has its goodwill, means automatically it never say, that is fight for or never struggle to get the profit, or that is it never get try to get the, that is image again, because they have, for example, Hero motorcycles or Honda motorcycles. See, they are not offering more discount to the people because they have good quality products, that is good image, appropriate delivery system, ethical treatment of customers, that is their performance of the customer, that is sales force is very high. So this is what we say that is decision maker looking far away, the researcher is, that is jumping into this problem and he will find the problem. So this is what about, that is research the problem. Next heading, that is criteria for selection. We will discuss in the next class. Thank you.